Since the beginning of February, many Barossans have been lulled to sleep by the far-off drone of mechanical harvesters busily picking this year's vintage. But the romance of hand-picking premium grapes from premium vineyards for the Barossa's premium wines is also continuing apace, none more so than at selected vineyards like those owned by Wolf Blass. Sophisticated machine harvesting has come a long way in recent years as European grape harvesters like Gregoire mimic hand harvesting, gently teasing the grapes from the extensive hectares of vines quickly, when the grapes are at their best. But there are some vineyards, particularly the older ones, where each grape is precious, that still need the TLC of human contact. And so it was on this fine but crisp Barossan morning, where pickers here are harvesting a fine crop needing the gentle care of hands, not machines. Handpicking today is largely reserved for the best fruit going into the best wines, targeted more toward sparkling wines, Pinot Noir, where keeping the colour down is important, and selected vineyards producing Chardonnay for the best of the valley's table wines. These grapes are going toward the best wines for Wolf Blass's 2014 vintage, which chief winemaker Matt O'Leary is excited about, despite heart-stopping moments of extreme heat, then heavy rains, in South Australia's brutal 2014 summer.
Oh look, this vintage has been, it's been an interesting vintage. I suppose we had a lot of heat to contend with at the start, and that I suppose caused us to stop and reflect on what was happening. We saw grapes ripening, certainly with a lot of sugar, quite quickly, and then flavours starting to come on slowly. But then of course we got this rain, and we were quite concerned about the rain to start with, but within days we saw that the rain was a great blessing to us, and really once the rain had passed, the vines really flourished, flavours started to come on, and ripening really improved, and vintage has been fantastic ever since.
It was very much an unusual weather pattern, wasn't it, earlier this year?
Yeah, well, like I say, we had a lot of these hot days. We had a string of hot days in South Australia in excess of 40 odd degrees. I think we had 5 of them, and that really caused some issues, but we hadn't taken very much fruit in by that stage. Most of it really has come after the change in weather conditions from the hot through the rain to really a much more milder summer, which has been terrific.
And after those very hot days, of course, we had severe rains in the valley. Did that cause concern for you at the time?
Yeah, well, within the space of 48 hours, well, certainly 24 hours, we went from 43 degrees in the afternoon to, I think, sort of having 60 to 100 mils of rain, and then a follow-up rain the following day. Sitting down and looking at all that rain coming down was a real worry. Obviously, we stopped picking, and I suppose we were expecting the worst to come from that rain, but really it, like I said before, proved to be a blessing.
And your prediction then for this year's vintage?
Quality is looking very good in pretty much all regions and across many varieties. Whites we thought would have struggled with the heat, but our Rieslings have got really lovely flavour coming from Clare and Eden Valley. Chardonnays that we're starting to pick through the Adelaide Hills coming on with lots of flavour without having a lot of sugar in them. So we should be seeing wines with lower alcohols. We're currently picking Shiraz in the Barossa, and those wines through ferment are really looking terrific. McLaren Vale started early and has continued on a nice steady pace, and again we're seeing those traditional chocolatey Shiraz notes coming through, and very happy with what we're seeing thus far.
So we can look forward to good 2014 wine.
I think 2014 will have some fantastic wines in it. Yeah.